So, hello, sir. It's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for this conversation with ADN.
Pleasure. Thank you very much. Yeah.
First,
Good to talk.
I like to ask you how you doing, and how do you feel about meeting the Chilean peoples so soon on May 24th, right?
Yeah, super soon. I'm excited, I have a lot of great memories of being in Chile last year. It was my birthday. I spent my birthday in Chile. And so I had a lovely time, and then just, received an amazing welcome from fans and supporters when we played Lollapalooza that time. So I'm excited to play one of my own shows for the first time.
This tour comes from the hand of Unreal Unearth an Ending, right? Which closes kind of a cycle inspired by the nine circles of Dante's Inferno, right? What did you learn about yourself exploring these deep and kind of a dark themes?
Yeah. That's a tricky question. I think I mean, what was fun, like just creatively, was to approach like an existing thing like that, like an existing work, and to draw inspiration from it, and to write songs that sort of um tell stories that are in parallel, so sort of like nod to the stories within it, or the kind of or mythology that inspired it, and that also try and tell a personal story around the same time. So, when you write a song like I Carrion, or you write a song like Unknown, or you write that, you're sort of, there's the story and where you meet it. So there was, creatively, it was an interesting process and a interesting, fun challenge to kind of bring yourself to those tales, and try to resonate with them in a way that you end up with some new piece of music. And I think when I was reading that, it was like 2020, so it was the beginning of like, global pandemic. And I think like that was an interesting time where everybody had their own kind of, experience of that and their processes in it. So yeah, so I think I'm grateful for the album and the time making it and stuff.
And the challenges to make this album is quite a introspective, quite an album.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And I think that when anytime you do that and you sort of spend time with yourself, um, like it's a pretty giving process. You end up with as much as you put into it. You know what I mean? And there's songs, or there's stories, and there's characters in it that mean a great deal to me, and so to commit them to music, like even like This I'll Be Part One is one of my you know and songs like Butchered Tone, some of the some of the proudest I've been of and some of the most personal like lyrics also. So it's really, yeah, I'm grateful for that, for the record, and for having done the work.
You've been part of soundtracks, charity causes, artistic collaborations, and now recently, Times Magazine named you one of the 100 most influential artists. And it says that your style has been described as a beautiful and melancholic, full of symbolism, but also full of truth. How do you feel about that? And what is, in a certain way, the responsibility that exists behind being a creator who is linked to symbolism, but also to the truth?
um I'm not sure. I think, like, so much can be said about you as a musician or an artist, and so much can be, so it's I think, trying to respond to it all. I mean, I'm flattered. I think that Noah Khan wrote a few words for that write-up, who's, wonderful singer-songwriter, credible artist, um and just a great dude from my experience. Somebody I've had some great conversations with, absolutely love singing with, and joined him on his music on Stick Season. So I was really, really flattered and touched that he'd write that. But I think for me, it's just trying to keep some diamond, absolute, like North Star, of just trying to be true to yourself for the intention of the song. And some songs have big intentions and some have rather simple ones, but it's just trying to remain focused that the song, whatever it is that you're making, and you're trying to approach it in good faith and truthfully, consistently, that the song is just sufficient onto itself. It you know, your commitment is to the work piece by piece, and what results after it, after whatever 10 years or of doing it, the work is the work. It's I find it tricky to comment on it, you know, or what the responsibility was at the time. I just tried to make it as it resonated.
Yes, I can see it truly. And okay, so now you're on tour, on worldwide tour. You are with Unreal on Earth, and ending an Unreal on Earth tour. What's next for Hozier?
Yeah, I'm excited to get writing again. You know, we've a few shows, a lot of festivals this year, so a few more months of touring. But for me, like there is that call to like explore sounds again, explore ideas again, and like music and lyrics, and just write. And to me, the beginning, the first feeling, the first instinct, the first love, if engaging in anything in the creative, is the actual writing of it. Everything else is like a, you know, is a wonderful consequence of it and a byproduct of it. But to me, writing is really where I feel is the biggest challenge and the biggest reward also. It's just the actual sitting with a new piece of music and enjoying it, and trying to let it come to be, you know. So I'm looking forward to writing again, but there's a few months of touring ahead until that time.
So, sir, just for the end of this interview, can you send a message for all your ADN fans that listen to your music and wants to
Yeah.
see you?
Of course, yeah. Hey guys, it's Hozier here to all ADN fans. Just want to say thanks so much for all the support, and I cannot wait to see you soon in Chile.
That's great. Thank you so much for your time, Hozier. I can't wait to see you live here on May 24. Have a great flight. Have a great residency here. Your Chilean fans are expecting you to see you soon.
Thank you so much. Looking forward to it. See you then.
Thank you.